do not practice African spirituality. Do not go near Ifá Òrìṣà spirituality, because they will unalive you and use you to appease their animals. They will unalive you and use you to appease their Òrìṣàs. They will use you to appease their deities, and it's dangerous for you. These are few of the derogatory things the two Abrahamic religions say about African spirituality, and most especially Ifá Òrìṣà spirituality, in which I am a practitioner of. They say all these bad things to scare people away from retracing their step back into their ancestral way of communing with the Supreme Being. And whenever I have an opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with any of them, I ask them, what are your facts? What proof do you have that this thing is what is happening? And then they come up with things like, oh, we see it in movies, Nollywood, talks about it all the time. We see it, we are being told in church, our pastor said, our father said, my parents said, who in turn were also being told by somebody. And most of these people believe these things solemnly on the fact that they were being told, not because they know, not because they have experienced it, not because they have seen anywhere Òrìṣà is being appeased before. And then I want to ask us this logical question. I am an Ifá priest, and I have minimum of 8 icons of different Òrìṣà in my house, and I appease them almost every day. Now let's assume that I have to appease 8 Òrìṣàs in a day. I now have to unalive 1 person each for these 8 Òrìṣàs. Now let's calculate that I have to do it for a week. That means I have to unalive 8 people for 7 days. Now multiply it by 31 days in a month. Now calculate it by 12 months. Now do you have an idea how many people I personally will have unalive in my house? And we have millions of Ifá priests all over the world. And if their Òrìṣà accepts human, unalives human for appeasement, do you have an idea how many people will go missing within a year? How many of us are in this entire globe that millions of people will decide to use human to appease their Irumale or their Òrìṣàs on a daily basis? How many people can point to a person that you know that has been unalive just because they were appeasing a particular Irumale or they are appeasing a particular Òrìṣà? They tell you so many bad things. They tell you that these things is not real, that they are going to unalive you, which is wrong. Sacrifice, Ebo, Etutu, they talk down on it. They say it's wrong. It's not something you can do. When every one of us are doing this on a daily basis. Let me give you another example. When you are trying to go out of your house, now I'm talking to parents, and you have like 2 kids, and they know that you are going out. We know how children react to that. They want to go with you. Now they start crying. They said, oh, daddy don't go, mommy don't go, I want to go with you, I want to go with you. Now you use all the styles that you know, all the gimmicks that you know to make sure they stay behind, but it doesn't work. Now you tell them, go inside, go and put on the slippers, and then you will go with me. But because you have used that style before, no, they are not falling for it. Now you are thinking, what should I do? Now you have 2 options. 1, if you have snacks at home, cookies, candies, and all of that, you take it, you give it to them, you tell them to stop crying, and then they collect it, they stop crying, and you go. If you don't have at home, you promise them that, you know what, I am going out to get your favorite drink. When I come back, I'll give it to you. What do? They keep quiet. Or you give them money and you tell them, take, tell mom or tell dad to go and buy this and this and this for you. Now what did you do? You appease them so that they will stop crying, and you will be able to do what you want to go and do. What you did is what we call sacrifice. What you did is what we call appeasement. What you did is what we call ebo and etutu. Now you can see that every one of us is an elebo, every one of us is an etutu. The things that we do is we prepare something that Ifá has instructed us to do, and we present it to the entity that needs it. In return, we get some things that we want. In return, they allow us to do some certain things without obstruction, without disturbance, with ease to get fulfillment. So, if you have to appease issue, for example, over a particular issue, you know what issue likes, or you ask Ifá. So everybody knows that if you want to appease issue, one of the top things that comes up is a male chicken, a cock, and kola nut and gin and palm oil. You take it there, you ask issue for what you want, or you tell issue what you don't want in your life anymore, and then you present its favorite to him, and then he accepts it. And when it is accepted, he does what you want for you. When you do ebo and etutu, you are sending it out into the universe to correct some error that is already affecting your life, or to help you increase the positive things that are happening in your life. It is no way, in any way, affecting your life negatively. You are doing something to get something in return. Just like Christians, they pay their tithe. Why? Because they want the supreme being to rebuke the devourer for their sake. Just like Muslims do zakah, they call it sahara, just to rebuke some negative forces in their life, or to welcome some positive forces into their life. And that is exactly what we do. But the problem is this: people tend to criticize what it's not in their way of doing, and forget that as long as you get your desired results and you are not harming or hurting anyone, what you are doing is not wrong, neither is it bad. It's so unfortunate that people tend to criticize the way our ancestors have been doing things thousands of years before the Abrahamic religion were even given birth to. People who are new into African spirituality or new into Ifá Òrìṣà spirituality, don't let them deceive you. If anybody tell you that we appease our irumole with humans, or we unalive people to perform sacrifices or any form of ritual, please ask them for proof. Tell them to point to a specific person that they know that has been unalive during the process of sacrifice or any ritual purpose. And I know that some of you might want to raise the issue of Oro. And like I said, Oro is not taking anybody's life. And you can quote me, Oro does not take anybody's life. Abo Shishe.